Hi, I'm Laura, and welcome back to the Tarot Genie, where you receive intuitive, insightful answers from the tarot to your burning questions about business, career, entrepreneurship, personal development, spirituality, and more. This week, let's ask the tarot, how can you transform your life so that it becomes a personal masterpiece? That's going to be the focus of our question because I think it's something that's highly motivational in making the most of our lives, because life is short. As the years go by, we become acutely aware of that. So we want to do our best in making our life a personal masterpiece. We're not all going to be Leonardo's or Michelangelo's or other classic artists who created masterpieces, many of them, but we can, in our own way, make our lives a personal masterpiece. And in that vein, I'd like to, as always, recommend a book that's called A Philosopher's Notes. This is by Brian Johnson. And what he has in here is a number of short snippets of wisdom on a variety of topics that can help you move you forward in creating a life of personal masterpiece. One of the ones I particularly like is the one he calls consistency over intensity. And in short, he's suggesting that rather than hit the gym and do 2 hours a day and go all out at the beginning of the year when everyone makes their New Year's resolutions, instead decide to start a new program, whether it's exercise or anything else, slowly and consistently using baby steps. And that's exactly the advice I give to people who are doing a home yoga practice. I have a book about yoga at home, because that's the way that you are going to create a lasting lifestyle, when you do things consistently and build them up to get into the habit. But check out this book. Also check out Brian Johnson's YouTube videos. Just go onto YouTube and search for Brian Johnson and Philosopher's Notes or Optimize Now. I think he's changed the name to Optimize Now. But he has a lot of good, helpful, inspirational videos that contain his summaries of a whole host of a number of motivational, inspirational, spiritual books. Essentially provides a good overview of the books, and then he provides his own insights and reactions to the ideas in the book. So it's highly useful. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and we will have 3 cards. The first card representing what you need to know about your life right now, where you are vis-a-vis creating a personal masterpiece, a life that's a personal masterpiece. Second card will represent, as I lay it out, specific actions you can take to move you forward in that direction of creating a life that's a personal masterpiece. And finally, the third card will represent where you're going to find yourself a year from now if you take the recommended actions and the insights that are gained from this reading. All right, I'm going to continue shuffling till I get that ding that I've been taught. And all right, I'm going to lay out the 3 cards right now. Card number 1. What insights should you be aware of what's happening in your life right now that could perhaps hinder or maybe support you in creating a life that's a personal masterpiece? And I selected the 2 of Wands reversed. Wands relate to passion and purpose and vision. And what we have here is this 2 of Wands, and when you look at it upright, I want to show you the upright position as well. We have this individual who looks like he's got the whole world in his hands, that song coming to mind from years ago, in his right hand, and he's gazing out to the left. Perhaps to me it seems that he is contemplating where he is right now and where he wants to go. He's got a global vision as suggested by that globe. There are mountains in the back, these purple mountains suggesting spirituality. He's up on a fortress, so he's at an elevated position. But I selected this reversed, so suggesting to me that right now you may be in a position in your life where you have been contemplating deeply. What is your next step? And what is your true passion and purpose? You've got a particular hold on perhaps a passion or purpose, and maybe you're contemplating whether that's the one you want to keep going with, or if there might be something else that can move you forward. But what is important here is that, given that it's reversed, it's suggesting that you have really been intently contemplating this recently, that it's an inner something that's been driving you internally. Maybe others around you aren't aware of this, but this has been on your mind, that you would like to create a life of personal mastery and of a masterpiece, a life that just feels so wonderful. And you do have within you the possibility of that. You've got a global vision. So let's say that that is what I do think that that is what the Two of Wands is suggesting right now. It's mirroring, the tarot often does, it mirrors where you are right now. And the insights and awareness is that, yes, you have been deeply contemplating what you'd like to do to create a life that is a personal masterpiece, that is something that you can be enthralled by. The next card represents the actions advised to create a life of personal masterpiece. That's a personal masterpiece. While the powerful card 6, a major arcana, the Lover's card. This, just look at that illumination and this archangel who is hovering over the Adam and Eve like individuals in this scene. And we've got this mountain in the background suggesting a lot of male energy, the way it's drawn there. And we have, it's the Garden of Eden scene, but take off of that because we've got what appears to be Adam and Eve. But the male is looking at the woman, and the woman is looking up at the angel. And this is, I would say this is consistent with the teachings of my spiritual coach, Carol DeRay, who says the feminine energy, female energy, is the leading that comes from the heart. And that feminine energy is always connecting with the divine, the angelic realm, with the divine wisdom. And the male energy, even though it's that strong, foundational type of energy, it looks toward the female for actual guidance and direction. He's kind of the thrust behind things, the energy, but he looks toward the female for guidance. And what this is suggesting to me is that you are advised to tap into your male energy, your female energy, and your divine energy to receive an illumination. When you do this, you will be illumined. You will get an intuitive hit about what actions to take day to day, month to month, and so on. But what has to first go into play, the key action, the first key action you need to take, which is very strong, foundational action, is to unify your male and female energy, that is both of which are powered by the divine. Take time to meditate, take time to tune in and look for that illumination that comes from the divine, because that's ultimately where you find your answers, is from the divine. And it's from the divine where you can get the inspiration and the insights and the specific, even more specific baby step actions to take, daily actions to take, so that you can transform your life into a personal masterpiece. This makes a lot of sense to me. And given that the major arcana, the Lover's card, is a 6, that's a lot about, often relates to community and cooperation with others. So think about harmonizing, unifying your male and female energy and connecting to your divine intuitive side. I would say that is what is the foundational first action you need to take to move forward in creating a personal masterpiece. And finally, the third card, where are you going to be? What's your life going to be like a year from now if you take that recommended action? Wow. Another major arcana card, the 3, the Empress card. Look at how she is just so relaxed. She's just looking resplendent out in nature. Again, we have this commonality of the illuminated background, that bright yellow background, suggesting a glow of light and a glow of operating from the heart. And the Empress is just the what do you call it? The word is escaping me at the moment. That the proverbial mother energy. She is the supreme mother, and she is out in nature just soaking all of life in a relaxed, harmonious way. I'd say that there's a clear indication from the tarot that right now, as you contemplate your ultimate purpose, that world vision, and seek to harmonize your male and female energy, guided by the divine, with that divine inspiration behind it, you will definitely, a year from now, be reaping the benefits of having a life that's a personal masterpiece. Because look at how she's just thoroughly enjoying life. She's relaxed. She's on top of things. She's authoritative. She's regal-like. She is the Empress. And that if you take these suggested actions and insights, that is where your life will be a year from now. I hope you found this reading to be helpful. If you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell so that you will be notified of upcoming videos. And as usual, I will recommend, or I will provide information about the recommended book, and I will also give you a music recommendation to listen to for a week to amplify the insights of this particular reading. Next week, in a related theme, we're going to tackle the question of how do you create an ideal scene? So say you take the time, of the contemplation activity of the Two of Wands. Now, how can you really make that as strong as possible, that where you want your ideal life and ideal scene to be? How do you go about doing that? I will hope you the best, wish you the best, and illumine your mind, inspire your life with the tarot. Until next time.